We do a lot of work with a lot of the bigger rigs. It's not a walk in the park, but it's not by any means out of what we're safe in our comfort zone.
This bay has seen some of the largest oil platforms in the world. Towering over the La Quinta Channel, a narrow and man-made canal in the Corpus Christi Bay, these giants of the Mexican Gulf leave no room for error.
It's confined spaces we work in. And these particular boats, they're a fairly large tug and a heavy tug. And that's our biggest issue when we are in the port, is just kind of controlling everything in a tight area.
For the past 39 years, Signet Maritime Corporation has been providing door-to-door transportation services 24 hours a day, 365 days a year in the United States and around the world. Here in the Corpus Christi Bay, Signet get to put their expertise to the test.
At the time, Shell Olympus was the biggest rig in the world. And then Jack and St. Malo with Chevron was the biggest rig in the world, and it came right after Olympus. And then Bigfoot was the biggest rig in the world. So we moved the biggest rig in the world quite a few times, even though it happened to be a different rig every time. So we're keeping up with what they need us to do.
When the size of your tow is taller than a 30-story building and has the dimensions of a football field, you need to have absolute control of your vessel and the utmost confidence in your crew.
The first barge tow I was on the vessel, it was a 400 by 100 offshore barge, so it was a relatively large barge in the scheme of barges. It was dark and there was some heavy winds, and when we went to come around on the barge to make up alongside to take it in, it got a little off with the wind, and it was getting closer to some of the equipment at the dock we were moving towards, and it wasn't stopping, and we had to get into position real quick. It was the first time I put the power to the engines when I really needed them in a pinch, and the power came on beautifully and it stopped on a dime. There was a lot of us breathing a sigh of relief after that. There was a lot of breath holding going on there for a minute, but after that I've never really second guessed the need for that much power. It's there when you need it, and it's finesse when you don't.